from the hood, Mona Lisa. Break a nigga into pieces. Had to X some cheesy niggas out my circle like a pizza. I'm way too exclusive. I don't shop on Insta booty.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see from the title of the video, I'm gonna be giving you guys 24 things you need to know before coming to A&M. Alright y'all, so number one, before you come to A&M, something that you really should know is that you have got to be in control of all your information. So learn your A number, have copies of all important information and documentation, print off or screenshot important emails, and get everything, and I mean everything, in writing, okay? Because somebody gonna say they didn't say what they said. Somebody might forget what they said because they're dealing with thousands of students. So you need to have documentation on like whatever it is. If it's an excuse because you got sick and you missed class, make a copy of your excuse. Take a picture of your excuse, because if a teacher takes it and then says, I didn't get that, you can't retake your quiz, you still have another copy. So always keep up with any records of your information, because people will try to play you. And this is a life lesson. It's not just A&M. Learn how to navigate campus. So I broke down campus into 4 parts, right? So you got administration, you got dorms, you have your classes, and then you have like auxiliary buildings. So administration, you got Patton Hall. Patton Hall is going to have the admissions office, financial aid, the ID office, registrar's office, and career development services, right? That's on the quad, you know, around the rest of the classroom buildings. Then you have Freshman Academy, which is the people that help you get registered for classes as a freshman. That's up the hill in Council Hall near Terry, if you live in Terry dorm. And then housing is in Normal Hills, which is the apartment complex by the big wellness center, like on the other end of campus. Then you have the dorms. So you got freshman dorms. All the freshman dorms are up on the hill. The upperclassmen dorms are down the hill. So that should be pretty simple. And then as far as classes, like on the quad, all the buildings except Patton are gonna be classroom buildings. The New School of Business, Carter, Chambers, Carver, and then behind Carver, well, Carver's 3 parts, and then behind Carver is New Classroom Building and Parker. That's a lot, so good luck with the class situation. And then we have Drake and Bibb Graves, which are up the hill. That's the social work building, and then the social sciences building. Please get a map. Like, there's a map online, and I had the map as my screensaver like the first 2 weeks of class because I didn't know where I was going. And then for auxiliary buildings, you have the library, which is on the way from across the street from campus, like on night side, and in between the quad. So library shares a parking lot with Patton Hall. You have the gym, which is behind Night. That's where we have our basketball games and stuff like that. We have a wellness center, which is on the same side of the street, all the way down by the apartments. And then you have the student center, which is up on the hill, which a lot of students pass, like freshmen pass on the way to and from class. With that being said, everything is abbreviated or shortened. So learn the abbreviations. You got the CAF, you got DPS, you got the LRC, TCP, NSB, SOAR. All the classes on your schedule are going to be like abbreviated, and it may not make sense at first, but the names of the buildings are like what they are on your thing. So School of Business is going to say NSB, which stands for New School of Business. TCP stands for Parker, or I don't really know, it's TR Parker, but it says TCP. That doesn't make sense, but that's how it is on your schedule. DPS is the Department of Public Safety, and RA is a resident assistant. Just kind of put those things together, because people kind of throw around those terms and you don't know what they're talking about. But yeah, write those things down if you come across them, and then like just keep in mind what those things mean. So A&M plans like different weeks. So there's Welcome Week, Homecoming Week, and Spring Week that are like the big event weeks. There's going to be a big event every day, whether it's a comedy show, concert, parties every day. But like, A&M's not throwing parties and water gun fights and stuff every week. That's not what you came to college for. So go to class. Like, other than those weeks, please go to class. Like, that's not what you came to college for. You don't have to be at every event. I know some people out there, they gonna try to be at every event, and other people, they not gonna go to one. Please, like, just everything in moderation. Have some school pride. Whether you came to A&M because it was your top choice and you was like, A&M period, like, that's where I'm going. Or whether you came to A&M like me because they gave you a lot of money. Have some pride in your school because this is your HBCU, and if you're not gonna love your HBCU, then who is? All right. The people that you become friends with your first couple of weeks of school do not have to be your friends for life. So if you have to let those people go, let them go. It's not that big of a deal. Please go to class. Nobody is gonna wake you up in the morning and tell you where you're supposed to be. This is not drumline. We are not one band, one sound. A&M is a family, but this is your responsibility. These are your grades. You came to college. Like, if you wanted to turn up, if you just wanted to party, you could have did that for free at the house. If you, we come to college for education, so you're gonna have to be responsible for yourself. It's really hard to get yourself up in the morning, especially after you be out, or you went to a party, or you just was doing a lot all weekend, and then it's Monday and you got 8 o'clock. Yeah, but you had to get yourself up in the morning. So stay responsible. Go to the cave. You pay for it. So eat there. And make sure that you get there before the football team gets there and before the band, because honey, you're not gonna eat. If you hear the band, if you're on the bus and you hear the band playing and they walking towards the cave, you need to run as fast as you can to get in the cave. As fast as you can. Because when the football players get in there in that band, oh honey, you're not gonna eat. You're gonna be waiting for a long time. This goes for girls and boys. Listen to me, okay? These older people, they do not want you. They are playing with you, okay? I know people say this all the time, but you are not that cute. You are not that special. Don't let them folks play you. Some people, okay, genuinely do just want to get to know you. They do just genuinely like you, and you just happen to be younger. But the majority of the time, a senior don't want a sophomore, a senior don't want a freshman, a junior don't want a freshman. And think about it like this. Why they can't get somebody their own age? What's wrong with them? Out of everybody at this school, it's 6,100 people at this school. You 23 years old and you got to talk to somebody 18? No, something wrong with you. Do not talk to them niggas. Please don't. Same thing goes. People don't understand how manipulative girls can be to dudes. Don't get played, okay? Trust me, there are other people out there. You can date whoever you want to date. I'm just saying, use your judgment. If you went to church growing up, if you went to church at home, if you know your mama woke you up every Sunday talking about let's go to Sunday school, and even if you didn't, please find a church home. I didn't find one until my junior year, and I was struggling. You need that community, you need that family, outside of the people at your school. You need a spiritual family, community. Different churches in the community that have buses that come to the school. You got First Baptist, All Nations, which is my church. Go All Nations. St. Luke, Union Chapel, St. John AME, The Rock. There are several churches in the area that love and support A&M students. They feed you after church. They have different events just for college students, different ministries. The Rock has Bible study on Wednesdays at noon in the engineering building. Dang, I did not say the engineering building earlier. Anyway, they have pizza there, and you just learn a lot about life. So If you walk out the dorm on Sunday with some clothes on and stand out there between 10 and 12, I promise somebody gonna come out there and pick you up. So, please use the health services on campus. So, we have the Health and Wellness Center. The Wellness Center has classes every day. So they got Zumba, they got water aerobics, they got everything that you can think of. They got racquetball, basketball gyms, volleyball gyms. They got swimming pools, beach volleyball courts, a bowling alley. Anything you need to stay healthy and stay active, they have it. So you should go, because that freshman 15, 25, 30 is not a joke, honey. I got it. I lost it, then I got it back. So yeah, go to the gym, because you already paid for it. And then we also have counseling on campus. So I didn't realize how many people actually went to counseling until I started talking about me going to counseling on my Instagram. Everybody was like, oh yeah, I be going. Yeah, that's my favorite counselor. Who you go to? I go to so-and-so. Like, why y'all didn't put me on? I should have been went to counseling. I don't know why I waited till my last semester to start going to counseling. But you get 6 doctor's appointments a semester with the school insurance, and then you get 6 counseling sessions a semester too. And the fee already is on your account unless you opt to get it off. But you're going to need somebody to talk to. And your friends, baby, are not trained. They are not a psychologist. Even your strong friend cannot help you through some of the stress and stuff that you have to go through when you're away from home. So go to counseling. Like, ain't nobody going to judge you. It's not for crazy people. It's just to talk. Even if you don't trust them, like, I promise you, they're not judging you. They do not care about your life. They are just trying to help. Shout out to Dr. Graham, because he is getting my life together right now. I had counseling on Tuesday. Okay, on a more fun note, the club, right? So y'all like to go to parties, or y'all are gonna like to go to parties when you get to college, because nobody's gonna tell you that you can't go. Okay, Corral is a club here. It's little. Okay, it's hot. Especially in the summertime, it smells like blacks and weed. So just keep that in mind. Our parties here it's like a lot of Alabama people. So you're going to hear like a lot of Birmingham, Montgomery, Mobile, local rap music. You're going to hear a lot of Atlanta. And you're going to hear a little bit of Chicago. But really, they just going to play finito. And then, you know, a couple other things, like you're going to hear a lot of trap though. It's going to start off real nice and it's going to get real ghetto. And if you're not like into the whole like niggas jumping up in the middle of the party like with their shirts off smoking weed, like it's going to be an experience for you, but you got to have it at least once or 2 times, you know. And then 3208, which I think they call the Garden now, is like, you know, it's a club. I only been there like twice. If it's not something going on, like if it's not somebody throwing a party that weekend, don't go to the club, because there's gonna be old people there, like at the bar, or like dancing to old people music. Like, it's really weird. There's a couple bars here, you know, that you can go to when you get grown, but other than that, like, oh, don't go to the club with a whole bunch of money. You do not need a whole bunch of cash if you're going to the club. If the club costs $20, you know, you might bring $30, $40. If the club costs $10, bring a $20. But do not come in there with a big old stack of money. Lip gloss, driver's license, or ID, debit card, and a little wallet or something. Like, do not come in there trying to do a lot. Don't bring a big old purse. And if you're not Greek, or if you don't know the person throwing the party, like you don't know the person that's gonna be at the door, you expect to pay. Like, you're not getting in free. Doors open by 10. Doors open at 10. Everybody, before, if you get here before 11, it's free. It's not gonna be free. They finna wait to open that door at 10:45. The first 2 people getting in free. Everybody else, you gonna pay. Like, do not think you're getting in the club free unless you are already Greek, which you're not, because you're a freshman. And yeah, dang, I didn't even talk about Greeks in this whole video. I'm not gonna talk about Greeks, but we might have to do a little. I might call my friends. We might have to do a little thing on like Greek etiquette or something. But yeah, especially if you're a dude, you're never getting in the club free. So please expect to pay at least $15, $20. If they selling tickets beforehand and you know it's something you want to go to, get the ticket beforehand. Yeah. That's clubs and parties. And then, you know, A&M throws parties sometimes. So, like, the only parties that's going to be on campus are going to be quad parties or parties in the gym. So, that's an outside party and an inside party. Those are, like, ain't no drinking and smoking at these parties. Even though people do be smoking on the quad, DPS going to come snatch you up. But if they're, like, they're not like club parties. I actually like those better. Like, I have a really good time, especially because I know, like, I can get my friends, like, I know people that's going to be at these parties. I be at the club, I'm like, nigga, you don't go to A&M, you grown as hell. So, yeah, that's parties in a nutshell. But people do be popping out. Like, heels, dress, satin, titties out. Like, it's very cute. It's an experience. You got to go. If you, like, not a party person, at least go to 1 or 2 parties. Oh, look at me just segueing into the next point. A&M has all different types of people, okay? And just because it's an HBCU doesn't mean it's not diverse. People from Chicago, people from Alabama, people from other countries. We have a lot of international students. People from like California, Arizona, those areas. People from the Midwest, North Atlantic states. Like, we are all so different. Even if everybody at the school black, which they're not. These people are so different. Like, Chicago people, like my best friend that I met my sophomore year, she is from Chicago, and we have so many things in common, but we have so many things that are different. Like she never been to like a beach on the ocean, and I live at the coast. She thought beaches was like lakes. She says pop, I say drink, and we got other friends that say soda. Like, you know, there's different lingo, like just the diversity in like your thinking, diversity in the way you interact with people, like the different types of black that there are. It's just like amazing to see once you get to A&M. So I really love that. Find people that are just like you. Like, find people that like the things you like, regardless of where they're from. Don't try to fit in with people that, you know, like you think they're popular or you like them. They like, they're pretty, but, or you think that y'all alike, but y'all not really alike. You ain't gotta be their friend. Like, just move on. Find somebody that's like you, whether it's a video game club or whether it's SGA. Like, find you a little clique, you're good. Interact with your teachers and people in your classes. Make friends in your classes so you can borrow somebody's textbook if you need it, or look at their homework when you need it. Go to your teacher's office hours, and more than likely, like, you'll find 1 or 2 teachers, y'all will bond, y'all will click, and then when registration comes around or you need like help with anything on campus, those people will like be able to talk you through some of your issues. So please don't just like go to class and leave, because you have to build relationships. That's the whole thing about college, is building relationships. Like, first is degree, and then next is like building connections. If you don't have them connections, like, your degree halfway means nothing. Always shoot for an A. Like, that whole C's get degrees thing, that's trash. C's do not, I mean, C's can get you degrees, but you're gonna pay for that degree because nobody's paying you to get straight C's. You're not gonna get scholarships with straight C's, honey. Like, if you aim for an A in everything you do, if you aim to go to class every day, if you aim to get A's on every single assignment, and you mess up, or you forget to go to class, or you get tired and you just can't do some homework, you might fall a little bit short. You might still like get like a 90. Maybe you get a B. But if you aim for a C, and then you're working towards that C, and then you fall, where you end up? A D or F. I know, I've been there. Got a few of them. Had to retake them classes. Like, don't, like, always shoot for an A, because it is very possible. If they giving out, my mom used to say this, if they giving out A's, you need to be getting them. My guinea pig is very loud. So sorry. Oh, for at least the first 2 weeks of class, honey, it's gonna be a fashion show, okay? These kids are gonna step. Homecoming, spring week, the first 2 weeks in every semester, even coming back from Christmas, because they got their Christmas jogging suits, they got their new Uggs, they got their Timbs. These people are going to step, okay? Now, that doesn't mean pressure is not on for you. If you don't want to put on your best fit, if you want to wear your joggers and your t-shirt to class every day, you do that, honey, and you be confident in your joggers and your t-shirt. But these folks gonna step, especially on like Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. I don't know what's up with them days, but niggas is gonna step. they gonna be bad, especially on Wednesday. Every Sunday, Wednesday, oh, they coming out half naked, especially when it's hot outside. Oh yeah, they gonna look good. So don't slip. Alabama A&M University does not have Harvard or University of Alabama budget. They don't have that type of state funding, okay? The United States is racist. It's a racist place. We don't have the kind of money that they have, okay? The system does not work for us. So please don't come expecting state-of-the-art buildings and facilities and desks that float and carry you to class and do your homework for you, honey. We don't have that here, okay? So if you're expecting this, I need you to lower them expectations just a little bit. It's still a great school. Just don't want you to think that this is a PWI, honey, because it's not. All right. Okay, next. There is a Walmart 5 minutes away, okay? There's 2 malls within 15 minutes of A&M. There is plenty to do in Huntsville. Do not let these folks trick you into think that Huntsville's boring because it's not Atlanta or Chicago. There's things to do. You just have to go out and do them, okay? It's not going to fall in your lap, you know. Look stuff up. Use Instagram. Like, this is not the 1980s. You have access to figure out what's going on in Huntsville. Go out and do stuff. You do not have to stay on campus. You don't have to stay near Sparkman or near University. There's plenty for you to do, okay? All right. If you need more scholarship money, or if you want to keep the scholarship that A&M gave you, you have got to keep your grades up. Like, y'all, that is not a joke. I know some people that have lost scholarships just based off of like their own work ethic. Like, A&M didn't take your money. You know, it's not that they don't care. It's not that they don't want to help you, but you lost your scholarship because you didn't meet whatever requirements that you were supposed to meet to keep your scholarship. Or you can't get extra money from outside resources because you have a 2.1 GPA. And for a lot of people that are giving scholarships, that's not going to cut it. 3.0, 3.5 is what you want to, you know, 4.0 really is what you want to achieve, but that's a little high. So 3.0 minimum, y'all. 3.0 minimum. That need to be the bare minimum. You need 3.0, period. If you want to know, like, other resources that A&M has to offer or other organizations have to offer specifically for HBCUs, I'll drop some links in the comment below. Make sure that if y'all have any more questions about A&M or anything about HBCU life, that you comment it below. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel. Anyway, and we're moving on to the last few. So every HBCU has its ups and downs. So you can sit here and compare A&M, like after you get here, to other universities that you toured or other schools that your friends go to. But while they may have this and we don't have that, we might have something else that university doesn't have. Every school has a housing issue. Every school got some office that don't answer the phone. Every school has somebody that's rude. While that is annoying, that's life. So you're going to experience those issues wherever you go. And if you want to up and bounce around from school to school because you don't like one thing about it, you'll never graduate. If you feel like you're being wronged, please stand up for yourself. Please address that. Please send somebody an email. Schedule a meeting. That's how you handle business. And keep working. You have to be your best advocate. So if nobody else is gonna advocate for you, you need to advocate for yourself. If you have a legitimate issue at school. With that being said, please don't get on social media acting crazy. I don't know if y'all are familiar with A&M's Twitter, baby, but if SGA or fanatic A&M alums see you acting crazy on Twitter, if they see you bashing, if they even see you expressing yourself, they're gonna say something to you. So take that with a grain of salt. You can say whatever you want to say, honey. This is your... Twitter is free. Instagram is free. You say what you want to say. Just keep in mind, folks are going to say something back to you because the internet is just as free for them to say what they want to say. Also keep in mind that if you want a degree from the institution and you want a job or you want to get accepted into a graduate school, a law school, or a medical school, they look at your social media. I don't know why people don't think that, but people look at your social media. Even if you're trying to get into a club or organization, they're looking at your social media. And so if you was bashing A&M your freshman year and it's your junior year and you trying to be an AKA, Or you trying to be a Delta? Somebody gonna remember you. Out of all the members that are a part of those organizations, about all the people that know somebody that follows you, and they saw how you was dragging A&M, or all they gotta do is search your name on Twitter and Alabama A&M University. They can see everything you've ever said about the school. Don't act crazy on social media. Don't do it. Express yourself. Don't act crazy. Have fun. Like, college is great. I'm on my way out of here and I had the time of my life, honey. I did everything I wanted to do. Everything I said I was gonna do, I came out here and did it. I may not have succeeded at everything, but I had a good time while doing it. Please, if you're like a nerd or you're a very serious person, I mean, go to the club. Like, join a club. Go to a party. You know, make a friend or two. Go to an event or two. Please do something, because if not, A&M's gonna turn out being like really, really boring to you if you don't do anything, if you don't make any friends, if you don't go anywhere besides go to class and go to the caf with your friends, you know. And last but not least, number 24, please read y'all emails. I have been in close contact with the secretaries of SGA and even like working with public relations, the people that send out emails to y'all all the time. And see, y'all don't know yet, but when you start getting emails, then you'll know. They send out emails all the time. Almost anything that you want to know can be answered just by going to look at your email. We had people say that we didn't have any Black History Month events on campus this past February on Twitter, running his mouth. And if he would have checked his email, we had it was 3 events by different organizations every day. Every day is a Black History Month event. If there's something that you want to know, if it's about, you know, applying for something or a scholarship that the university has announced or being a part of something, I promise you, if you would stay in that email, keep your A&M email notifications on, or at least check your email twice a day, like in the morning and at night, you'll see some of the stuff that goes on campus. You will not be blinded to anything. So those are 24 things that you should know before you come to Alabama A&M University. Again, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, that you like this video, and that you follow me on Instagram at Nadia Deneen. If y'all have any more questions about HBCU life or anything pertaining to Alabama A&M University, please DM me. Comment on the video. Just let me know. And I'll be free to help you guys out. Maybe I'll make a video on something that you comment.
This bitch is time I pulling up, where you at? Ooh, I'm in a lamb, bitch, catch me.